So far this season, the Brewers have struggled to get production out of the bottom half of their lineup. Top half is doing fine, including Victor Martinez, who's leading the NL in hitting, but Salvador Perez, Marco Scutaro, and Chris Johnson have been huge holes in our lineup. So I'm thinking about parlaying a couple of our really good young pitchers like Gerrit Cole and Michael Wacha in 1-for-2 trades where we'd acquire another pretty solid starting pitcher and maybe a pretty good second baseman or third baseman to try and up those positions to try to get more production out of those spots in our lineup. So let me know what you think of trades like that. The ones I threw up there I think were Josh Donaldson and Jeff Samardzija for Gerrit Cole, and I think there was like Michael Wacha for Chase Headley and maybe Alex Cobb. So you're getting pitchers that are not quite as highly touted, but still pretty good, and also getting a solid second or third baseman out of that. Not looking to upgrade the catcher spot. I think Salvador Perez will come around, and I like his defense. It'd be kind of hard to give up on our second round pick. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of trades like that. I'll be probably pulling the triggers on those in the next video or two, just because we're going to be approaching the deadline pretty soon. But anyway, what is going on, GameFace Studios? I'm back straight out of Boston here for the first time in a couple of weeks. I've been really inconsistent posting on GFS in the last couple of weeks. I just have my weekends fill up sometimes, and that I try to work on these videos during the weekends. So should be able to be more consistent with these in the coming weeks. But either way, like I said, try to put this up once a week. So take a look at the lineup today. Bit of a lineup shakeup. We're putting Daniel Nava at the leadoff spot and moving Darrelton Simmons to the 8-hole. Mike Morse is getting the day off. Nava is in there for him. McAllister will be on the bump for the Miami Marlins today. Pretty good year so far. 3.16 ERA, 2-to-1 K to walk ratio, 233 opponent's batting average. So pretty good year for him. And he's going to get a 1-2-3 first inning. Alex Gordon pops this one up to the shortstop, and that will retire the side. So we're going to head to the bottom of the first inning where the Marlins will come to bat. And you will take a look at their lineup right here. Notables like Michael Bourne, Elvis Andrus, Melky Cabrera at the top. They're also pretty deep with James Loney, Nick Markakis at the 6 and 7. So pretty good contact lineup. Not great in the middle. AJ Pierzynski's their 4-hitter, but Bronson Arroyo takes the mound for today for the Milwaukee Brewers. He's off to a pretty good start, and take a look at this. He just evades the flying broken bat that almost hits him. Elvis Andrus broke his bat there on the inside. I think that was a fastball or maybe a sinker, but either way, pretty cool how Arroyo actually avoids this and then ends up getting the ball. You can see it just goes right over his head. But Arroyo, if you guys remember, is filling in for that 5 spot after we made a couple preseason trades. We had kind of a hole in at the 5 in our rotation. Dice K filled it for the first month or so. He kind of struggled, so we went to Bronson Arroyo, and he has been fantastic through 6 starts, a 2-something ERA. But his opponent's batting average, whip, and his K to walk ratio point to some signs of aggression coming up. So we'll see if he can keep up his hot start. But speaking of hot starts, Victor Martinez hitting .394 in May, a couple home runs. And let's add another one to that. V-Mart to deep right center field. That one is back, and it's going to clear the wall, clear the fence for a solo job, a solo home run by Victor Martinez to get things going here in the top of the second inning. Batting in that 4 spot today, and he is proving why he should be there. So either way, bottom of the second now, Nick Markakis up, and he's going to line this one into left center field. That's going to be fielded by the center fielder who will fire it in, but it is a leadoff double for Nick Markakis. So the Marlins trying to answer right back here in the inning. 2 batters later, it's Jemiah Weeks, and this one's going to get away from Salvador Perez. Markakis advances up to third, and that's going to put a man on third with just 1 out. A great run scoring opportunity now for Jemiah Weeks. The 1-1 count. Weeks is going to ground this one to the first baseman Martinez, who's going to fire home, and Markakis is out at the plate. The sweep tag by Perez gets him, and that is going to prevent a run from scoring. A beautiful play by Victor Martinez, ranging to his right, and then realizing Markakis is not very fast running down that line. The throw is not going to be that long, and just a great play by a guy that usually DHs in real life and is not really a great defensive first baseman, especially after his knee injury back in 2012. So either way, that's going to retire the side on that ground ball by the pitcher, Zach McAllister. So we get out of the inning, no runs score, a big play from Martinez, and it's still 1-0 Brewers. So here we go, bottom of the third, and this is where Bronson Arroyo really started to settle in. You can see when he's inducing ground balls like this, you know he is on. He's a contact pitcher, but he's also a ground ball pitcher. He doesn't strike out a lot, but when he's inducing weak contact and contact that's going right to the fielders, you know he is on. And here we go once again, another ground ball to the second baseman. Punto and Jamie Carroll getting the starts today over the struggling Chris Johnson and Marco Scutaro. So that's Punto over at second base, and Jamie Carroll's playing third base. Top of the 4th, Alex Gordon up. He strikes out on that high fastball. I was looking low here with 2 strikes, but McAllister comes back with a high heater. So on to the bottom of the 4th, AJ Pierzynski up. And Pierzynski's going to go down. A strikeout looking. Questionable call right there. Looks like it just caught the outside corner, but could have gone either way. Still bottom of the 4th, 0-1 count to Kyle Seager, and that ball is hung deep right field, and that is gone. A no-doubter. Really, that looked gone after the off the bat or whatever, but just cannot leave a sinker there. If you're Bronson Arroyo, when the sinker doesn't sink, it's usually going to go far. So Kyle Seager ties this game up at 1. Now bottom of the 5th inning, Zach McAllister up for the Marlins. He's going to go down on that slider. So Arroyo's second strikeout of the ball game. And I don't know if you count that one. It is the pitcher, but still, Arroyo will take that one to the bank, and he is doing pretty well so far through 4 1/3, only allowing 1 run. Michael Bourne is going to ground this to the shortstop, and I hate when Andrelton Simmons goes into animation. It's happened 2 or 3 times now. It's one of the best. He is the best defensive shortstop in the game, and he just allowed an infield single. So that's kind of frustrating. Now Bourne's off for second, and he is safe. So now Simmons has put a man on second with the middle or the top of the lineup, I should say, coming up. 2-1 count to Elvis Andrus. He's going to ground this one to Punto at second. He's getting a lot of action in these last couple innings. Throws it to first in time, and it's going to be 2 outs now in the inning with the man on third. Next batter will be Milwaukee Brewers, one of the best hitters in baseball so far this season, hitting .350 or so in this franchise. But he's going to pop this one up to center field, or fly this one out to center field, I should say, and that will retire the side. So Arroyo gets out of the jam, and we're going to head to the top of the 6th. Arroyo here to lead off, and he's actually going to line this one into center field, and that's going to fall in front of Michael Bourne. So Bronson Arroyo trying to help out himself here, getting on base, and hopefully he can try and get his team a lead so he can maybe pick up a win today. So next batter is Daniel Nava, the 0-1 count. Nava takes this the other way, kind of got jammed there, but nice strength to take it into left field. Arroyo gets to second, and now it is runners on first and second with no outs in the inning. And the number 2 hitter coming up in Shane Victorino, the 0-1 count, and that one gets away from the catcher. Both runners will advance, and now an even better run scoring opportunity here with runners on second and third with no outs in the inning. We should have no problem getting a run home here, as Shane now will take back into the batter's box. 1-2 count, and he strikes out. Not sure if they called that looking or if they say he went around. Either way, bad at bat right there by Victorino. Next batter is Alex Gordon. They're going to intentionally walk Alex Gordon to get to the red hot Victor Martinez, the same guy that's got 2 hits so far today and who was hitting about 500 in May or whatever. But they actually get him to ground this one to first base, but too slow to get to. The shortstop will hold the ball, so a run does come home. It's an RBI ground out for Victor Martinez. Arroyo does come home now, first and third with 2 outs. Salvador Perez lines this one into left field for a base hit. A man who came into today 2 for his last 13, now has 2 hits on the ball game, including an RBI single, and that's going to make it 3-1 Brewers. So a big hit right there by Salvador Perez, and that is going to do it for Zach McAllister. Manager Mike Redmond's going to call on David Huff to come in and try and get the Marlins out of this jam. Next batter is Nick Punto, getting the spot start today, and he hits this one back up the middle for a base hit. Runner coming around from second. He is going to be safe at the plate as the ball is dropped. Martinez hustles around and gets home. Perez up to third. Punto at second. Now still managed on second and third. Jamie Carroll up. He hits this one to center field. Michael Bourne, though, will track this one down. And finally, the Marlins get out of the inning, but 3 runs come home, and the Brewers take the lead. So bottom of the 6th, 0-1 count to A.J. Przinsky. He's going to hit this one back off of Arroyo. Third baseman will try to play it, and Carroll cannot get him, but Bronson Arroyo gets hit in the leg, so he would be okay. Now, later in the inning, he gets hit again, this time by James Loney. This time, Arroyo tracks down the ball, and he actually gets Loney out at first, but still, Arroyo's getting hit hard this inning, and hopefully he will be okay. He's been pitching so well, I would not want to lose him. Our pitching staff has really been the strength of our team so far. Nick Marquez gets up 2 outs in the inning. He's going to ground this one to Simmons at short, who will fire onto first in time. And the Brewers get out of the jam, or get out of the inning, I should say. And I believe that will do it for Bronson Arroyo. He goes 6 strong, the last 7 hits, 1 earned run, and 2 Ks. He would be pinch hit for, as he was due up second in the top of the 7th. So Kevin Seagrass will come in and pitch for David Huff now and for the Miami Marlins. Here is Andrelton Simmons, the 8-hitter, up first in the top of the 7th, a 3-2 count. And he works a walk right there. 95-mile-an-hour fastball just misses. So Rajai Davis would come on and pinch hit for the pitcher. He cannot get anything going. So Daniel Nava up, and Nava does not do well against lefties, so we're going to pinch hit for him with Mike Morse. And he grounds this one back to the pitcher. Quick throw to first, but it was a hit and run, so the runner does get to second. So now runner on second with 2 away for the number 2 hitter, Shane Victorino. After the guy advances to third, Victorino into left field for a base hit, and that is going to score Andrelton Simmons. So Simmons works a walk. Davis doesn't get anything going, pinch hitting for Arroyo, but then Morse comes up gets him over to second, pass ball gets him to third, and Shane drives him home. A nice way to manufacture a run right there. A good managing, I thought, too, using Morris and Davis against lefties. So either way, Victorino gets picked off, and that's going to end the 7th. We're going to head to the bottom of the 7th, where Javier Lopez will come on to face 3 straight lefties in the 7th and try to get them all out. Get this over to Carlos Martinez in the 8th. First up, or actually after getting the first 2 down, it's Michael Bourne, who lines that one to second base, and that is going to retire the side. So a 1-2-3 inning for Javier Lopez. We're going to head to the bottom of the 8th now. Carlos Martinez will come in. He struggled a little bit this year, but we'll see if he can get under control. Here we go, 1 out in the inning. 0-2 count to Melky Cabrera, and that curveball just hooks in there on the outside corner. Now 2 away in the inning. Kyle Seager flies this one to deep left field. That one is back, but Michael Morris will be there. Actually, I believe I double switched Rajai Davis in the left field just because I figured it'd be a little bit better at defense out there than Michael Morris. So Davis tracks that one down. Now Martinez on to pitch the 9th with 2 away. Ground ball to Simmons at short. He'll fire onto first in time, and the Brewers pick up the 5-1 win. So great pitching performance all around. 6 strong innings out of Arroyo, and then the bullpen shuts down the Miami Marlins, only allowing 1 base runner in 3 innings. So the Brewers pick up the win. I don't know what our record is now, but we beat one of the best teams in baseball. The Marlins, I believe, had the best record in the NL heading into this game. So big win. We've now won both games in the series so far, looking to go for the sweep on Sunday. But that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. Those out. Peace.